Stung by the recession and trying to shore up their budgets, more Colorado fire departments are turning to a controversial approach to funding.
They're called rescue fees or accident response fees. Fire departments are trying to beat the recession by charging accident victims fees for their services. CBS 4 investigator Brian Maass has been looking into this trend. He's with us tonight. Brian?
You know, these accident response or rescue fees have been adopted by about 30 states across the country, but also rejected by some states and municipalities. They have been rejected by states and municipalities, but they're legal in Colorado, and a growing number of fire departments are charging you for what you probably assumed you already paid for through taxes.
This is the car?
Yeah, this is it right here.
It happened to Judd Ludes, a CBS 4 employee.
It was extremely minor.
3 months ago, driving on I-25, he was in a multi-car accident. The fire department was called. His car was rear-ended, leaving barely any damage. He was unhurt, requiring no medical help, no assistance. But before he drove home, the fire department gave him this.
It's a bill for $200 for them showing up and dealing with the accident.
That's right, since he didn't live in the fire district, they billed him $200 for scene safety and checking for hazards. Some call it a crash tax.
It seems like an extra surcharge that I'm really surprised that they can ask for.
But they can and do in increasing numbers.
That's what you pay for when you pay taxes. You pay for that ambulance to show up. So this really is a backdoor hidden tax.
Carole Walker represents an insurance industry angry that fire departments are turning to accident response fees to boost their bottom lines. Even if insurance pays the tab, she says you pay via rate hikes.
Because someone's paying for it. It's going to be your insurance company, which means you ultimately as the insurance consumer, or it's going to be you directly because it's not covered by insurance.
The South Adams County Fire Department began tacking on rescue fees in January for accident victims who don't live in their district. So far, they've billed 61 people, more than $13,000, saying it's a supplement to revenue. The Foothills Fire Department raised over $64,000 last year from accident response fees.
Hey, listen to this. City officials in Duluth, Minnesota say they may start charging residents fees if you call the police or a firefighter to come to your house. Your house is on fire and you call the fire department. They're going to charge you like $50. Unbelievable. Don't we already pay a fee? It's called taxes. What happened to those?
The backlash isn't just coming from late-night comics. Several states and municipalities have outlawed crash taxes, saying they penalize already stressed accident victims. But fire departments like the North Washington Fire District say without these fees, district taxpayers are subsidizing people passing through who don't pay district taxes but are straining local resources.
In order to help defray the cost to our citizens of fuel and the wear and tear on equipment, we do bill those outside our district for this rescue service.
How do I deal with this thing? And he said,
as for Ludes, he still can't believe he was billed.
They gave me $200 bill to hand me a bill.
In Ludes' case, the at-fault driver's insurance paid his $200 bill. For the most part, fire departments engaged in rescue billing will only bill drivers from outside their district since they are not paying district taxes, but they are using district resources. Now, a spokesman for the Colorado State Fire Chiefs Association says we'll probably be seeing a lot more of this as budgets are tight, especially since a bill is working its way through the state legislature that gives fire districts additional latitude to charge rescue fees. So don't be surprised if you get in an accident to have somebody hand you a bill and say, now you owe us this.
Okay, thanks, Brian.